This is always ready, Matt Cardona, the internet champion and the host of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. But there's another podcast I want you to check out, and that is the Crash and Burn Podcast. Check it out every single episode. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, do all that fun stuff, and you never know. Maybe one day you'll see the Crash and Burn Podcast take on the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast in the middle of the ring. And you know who's going to win? Me. Because you guys, you're not always ready. Crash and Burn!
Happy late evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. And we are kicking off Bad Pay-Per-View Month as we review Royal Rumble 2015, which took place in the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. All right, as I go down here, I got four amazing people here to do the episode with me. First person I want to bring in is the guy with the Xbox controller, Lucas.
Yeah, it's not Xbox. Welcome to the Crash and Wrestling Podcast. We're one of the worst pay-per-views of the 2010s, honestly. Royal Rumble 2015. Got one good match we'll get into in just a moment. But, yeah, let's just get into ranting, and I'm just ready to rage. Yeah.
Next up, I want to bring on here the guy with an Ultimate Warrior shirt, Jaden.
Hey, Jaden. Oh.
What?
Hi, Josh. Josh.
I guess he doesn't have anything to say.
Nope.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My thing was frozen. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, once again here on the most awesome podcast, the fastest rising podcast in professional wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. And we're going to talk about the 2015 Royal Rumble, where everybody in the Wells Fargo Center almost freaking burned the house down because somebody who they didn't want to win the Rumble won. And we're going to talk about that here on this episode. So let's get fucking started, baby!
Next up, bring in the guy who's very tickled for the Caskets interview tomorrow morning, Jaden.
Yes, you're damn right. I'm just gonna shout out the people who are coming tomorrow, Matt and James. It's a great UK band. Check out their music.
Finally, I want to bring on the person who I'm very excited to have on Bad Pay-Per-Views Month. He just got back from the Monster Jam show, AJ.
He's gonna dance. Okay.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the fastest rising podcast of all professional wrestling, the Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast. And today,
I thought you were gonna twirl around.
The Royal Rumble 2015, in my opinion, terrible show, but we'll get to the matches and give you all my thoughts about it. And yeah. Let's do this.
And AJ, I better hear some booing from you when I review them.
What do you mean? Some rants? Oh, God.
And booing.
Oh,
so
booing?
Get ready and go down the card as the first match of the evening.
Okay.
The New Day, a Big E and Kofi Kingston defeated Cesaro and Tyson Kidd with Adam Rose.
Boo!
For me, it was the pre-show. I think the match was. I didn't even watch the match. I don't have much to say here. Jason.
I don't really care. It's a pre-show match.
All right, Jaden.
You're muted. You're muted.
Muted. You have to rejoin.
You're muted.
Or just unmute the mic. Oh, there you go.
I actually.
What?
It's fucking a clusterfuck here today.
I've actually watched the Royal Rumble 2015 show recently, not like way before we started recording. For some reason, they didn't even show the pre-show match, so I don't have much to say about that one.
All right, Josh.
The pre-show was the Usos and the New Day, right?
No,
No,
it was the New Day
Cesaro
versus Cesaro
New
and
Day.
Tyson Kidd with Adam Rose.
You know what? I enjoyed that Tyson Kidd Cesaro tag team back in the day. I thought they were actually one of my favorite tag teams, and I wish they never split up. But this was on the rise to the New Day's popularity as one of the most hyped about tag teams nowadays. But it was the pre-show. It was, it was a match that existed.
Lucas,
Okay.
I see you're impatient. Do you want to go?
Honestly, I didn't care much about it. I mean, I'll be Josh. Definitely Cesaro Tyson Kidd is definitely one of, probably the best ones to I'm on underrated tag team 2010 for sure. And with the New Day, to start, for them. I mean, 2015 around that time they were hated, I think, and around the time they was made a bet that they're gonna be heels to be hated, and they were. And they're still on to this day because, I think personally New Day needs to quit. I stand by that. New Day needs to split right now because, Biggie doesn't need it. Kofi doesn't really need it. Sinzeri doesn't really need
Football
it.
needs it because the New Day saved Woods' career.
Well, they need it for Woods, but, Kofi and Biggie don't need it.
No.
So, my hopefully, Biggie or Kofi turns heel. And I want to see, a New Day feud. I think they'll work well with that. So, yeah.
Also, why would they turn Adam Rose heel after him being such an entertaining character? What? There's no reason to turn him heel and turn.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember he turned heel, and
That's
that was
facts.
the most
And had
stupidest
that
thing.
dirty.
Damn. That was the stupidest thing because why would you turn somebody that's basically No Way Jose's son? Like, why would you do that? Like, seriously.
No Way Jose's dad, pretty much.
Dad, yeah, whatever. But, for me, I don't know why. I don't get it. Jaden runs away. God damn. But yeah, that's much I gotta say about that. Honestly, I'd rather see Adam Rose as a face, but I understand why. But oh well.
AJ?
Yeah, this one's just a pre-show match. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Adam Rose makes no sense. And this was the point where Adam Rose turned heel and then had that stupid nerdy gimmick, which didn't work at all. And then eventually joined up with the Social Outcast, and then he got released pretty much. So after he turned heel, he pretty much his career is ruined because he could have potential, man, with that party gimmick and like Leo Kruger. Yeah, that.
Then he became a freaking lumberjack.
Yeah. Anyways, but overall, this match was just a pre-show match, and this was a match that nobody wants to see as well. But I did love Tyson Kidd and Cesaro as a team because like they had so much chemistry together, and they're actually they're actually friends in real life. So that makes really
True.
good. Like if Tyson Kidd ever comes back to the ring, I would love for him to have some feuds and all that. But I know with his career, the right neck injury, maybe it's put him in which is probably impossible to do. So, anyways,
I would say one thing, nothing's impossible.
pretty much a raw match, pretty much. So we don't need this match. Anyways, moving on.
All right, I'll say this. Nothing's impossible when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the first match of the main show?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Connor and Victor from the Ascension defeated the New Age Outlaws.
What?
Forgettable match.
Oh.
I remember when the Ascension had this forgettable, boring, undefeated streak. And really, I remember the week before, the NWO and the New Age Outlaws were beating up the Ascension because, the Ascension were disrespecting legends from the past, which I thought it was kind of one of the most ridiculous segments, in my opinion, which literally, I think ever since that match, that's when the Ascension was going to get buried.
Mm-hmm.
They sucked ever since, and we'll give them now. They got released, and they're now in the Indies. But as of that match, it was very predictable. You know, I really thought the Ascension would have been the team to take the titles off the Usos at some point.
They have so much potential.
I mean, the Ascension would have been a good team to take the belt off the Usos. But
It would have
they never
been.
did it. Which, you know, kind of makes me pissed off because, you know, that was a tag team with potential. But, you know, I think it was kind of silly to randomly put that out there. But I think the Ascension was the right team to win. Jaden.
It was average, unforgettable.
AJ.
This match was really forgettable. I mean, I did not know these two were feuding. I knew that one segment with the Outlaws,
Only happened for a
and
week.
the NWO and the Ascension, which made me a little bit cringed because pretty much WWE is just disrespecting their legends as always, because they did this to Eddie Guerrero too, which that pisses me off so much. Like, I just hate the way WWE really treats their legends. They treat their legends like shit because they worked so hard for you, and then this is how they repay. This is how you repay them. Are you kidding me, dude? Anyways, the Ascension and the Outlaws, I bet they had a forgettable match.
It was 5
But
minutes.
and it could have, and this win could have meant something to them, to be honest, because like this could have been like their ultimate win to get to the tag titles, which that never happened, and that really pissed me off because I really loved that gimmick of the Ascension. I mean, they could have bought their NXT gimmicks instead of being a fucking Legion of Doom ripoff. And I'm liking what they're doing in the indies too. Like they're not being WWE's like rip off Legion of Doom. They're being themselves. So, anyways, but this match was really, really forgettable. I'm sorry. I bet it was alright, but it's just forgettable for me.
Lucas.
Mid. Honestly, Ascension had so much potential, but this almost always happens to always attack teams when it comes to like dominant attack teams like AOP and the Ascension. They fell in the same fucking route.
Yep.
They fall in the same route. They legit got buried and they got released. They fell in the same route because they were dominant tag team champions, in NXT, but when they got to the main roster, got fucking ruined. Like seriously, like this is the thing I don't get. Like, if you're gonna make a star in the tag team, you gotta make him look dominant. And that's what they do with Ascension. It sucks to see. I would just watch the Leader Worlds versus Conor Victor, and it makes me sad how they treat it. Like this is the thing. Like they could have been like multiple time tag team champions. The Ascension could be. They could have. But no, they fucked it all up. So what you were doing then, like running around with Breezango, like what are you doing there? Were you fucking Tower Breeze in the back or something like that? Like what the fuck you were doing, huh? The Outlaws are pretty much the old age Outlaws. They didn't deserve to come back at all. They deserved to be in the heel, get buried by the Shield. So and which they fucking deserved. But yeah, honestly, those two titans should not even be talked about right now because New Age Outlaws should never come back. And
Why did you think the New Age Outlaws deserve to be buried by the Shield in 2014?
it's just the way I see it. It's to start, the Shield, being not really the start of the Shield, but just how dominant they were. I guess being the odds. I guess that's just what I think. All right, hate me all you want. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. And that's Alan's opinion. New Age Outlaws are good back then, but they're never that good now.
Josh.
So we're talking about the New Age Outlaws and the Ascension. Oh man, I agree with AJ. Very, very forgettable match. I barely forgot the New Age Outlaws were even current superstars at the time, because that was crazy. Because they had like that one final run, I guess you could call it. But
What sucks?
yeah, it sucked. Totally, I agree with you on that. I didn't really care for the match. I just thought it was there to be there. Honestly, I just felt like watching it back nowadays, it fucking sucked. I really feel bad that the Ascension were treated this way because they were actually a really dominant team, and I really enjoyed their run in WWE when they were dominant. But after a while, they just became these fucking jobbers, and just like, yeah, you're gonna fucking get lures to this top first. You're gonna lose, and then 2 months later, you're gonna be fucking in Canada, and then yeah, fuck. And then that's what happened. But I wish the Ascension were treated better. Like most of us here.
It's a forgettable match. I'm keeping it short. I'm gonna keep my thoughts short here.
All right. Let me just. Oh, I found the next match.
Yeah.
All right. It was the Usos defeated The Miz and Damien Mizdow to retain the tag team titles. I remember when Damien Sandow was the Miz's stunt double, which actually was forgettable. I mean, it was entertaining and all. But as of that, the only thing that was really enjoyable was Damien Sandow being Miz's stunt double. Like, whenever Miz bumped, he would bump. Whenever, Miz was knocked out, he'd be knocked out. Whenever Miz would come in fresh in the ring, he'd come fresh in the ring. Whenever he would make a pin, he would make a pin. But, all I know is I think this would have been the pay-per-view for Miz and Mizdow to just drop the titles. They shouldn't have dropped the titles at that night of Raw, the last Raw 2014. I think if you were going to have the Usos winning back, I think the Raw way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm going to say. But, I mean, most of these matches are in tag matches.
Yeah, that's what makes it much worse.
Lucas, do you want to go?
Honestly, probably one of the better matches. Honestly, I mean, it's not necessarily tag team wrestling, but at least it was entertaining. At least, I mean, you have basically Jaden Mizdow, who pretty much, honestly, I'm gonna say it, and you might disagree with me, had one of the best gimmicks of 2010. Being a stunt double for him was fucking perfect. And they should have gone on more with that. That was perfect how they did that. And I think they did this match with a suplex or something like that. I don't know what it was. But that was pretty cool. This was definitely very charismatic. He definitely deserved a lot better from what he did. But yeah, pretty much I gotta say about that. And probably one of the better matches I pretty much will say. Usos around that time, they were starting to get bland, but wasn't bland just yet. In my opinion.
Right.
So yeah. One of the better matches of the card, in my opinion.
All
Right.
Josh.
So honestly, the whole Damien Mizdow thing was one of the fucking best things ever. Like the stunt double thing that the Miz had, when he started that gimmick, that was pure entertainment. I loved every second. I mean, I loved Damien Sandow since day one, and I really liked when he just switched his name from Sandow to Mizdow. It was really an entertaining character. It's like he dressed like the Miz. He did everything the Miz did. It was funny as hell. Like I remember watching the Royal Rumble. I think it was the Royal Rumble match, which we're going to talk about in 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes. We're going to talk about that in just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
But I remember watching the Rumble, and I think the Miz was number 1, and Mizdow was 21. When Miz got eliminated, Mizdow decided to throw himself over the top rope. I thought that was the funniest shit I ever saw in my life. And then when the Miz complained, Mizdow complained. I just thought the character had so much, it had a lot of funny shit to deal with. And I wish, he lasted longer in the company. His last run as the Damien Sandow character, really didn't go well. But honestly, this match, I love the Usos at the time, but this was, I think, at the point where when them as faces were getting a little stale. Like, I agree with you on that, Lucas. But yeah, I enjoyed the match, especially with Mizdow doing everything Miz did.
All right, AJ.
Okay, this one, yeah, this was it was a good match. This was really the time when Usos were getting a little bit stale. I did agree with you that, Lucas. And this was the time that Damien Mizdow had a good gimmick. And he stud double to the Miz, which I think it was really entertaining, even though I didn't really watch wrestling at the time of this year. Like 2015, I didn't really watch wrestling, even though 2016 was the year I watched wrestling. But 2016 was the year I started watching wrestling. But I look back to clips, and wow, Damien Sandow or Missed Out, whatever you want to call him, was really, really picking off. Like ever since he was Damien Missed Out, things were starting to pretty much go up again for him until he went back to being Macho Man now or whatever it is. Yeah, Macho Man now, which was the worst gimmick, and we also got his old gimmick back, Damien Sandow, once again, even though he got a little bit boring, and then he got released. What a waste of potential talent, dude. Like, Damien Sandow deserved a lot more in there. Like, he could have won a world title and cashed in on John Cena in 2013, which I was pissed when he lost. Like, wow. What a waste of talent, dude. But anyways, overall, this match was really good, and I'm glad that the Usos have a new gimmick now for the Bloodline and everything. And this was when they were like with face paints and all that, and they were starting to get a little stale. So it's about time to get a new gimmick. Anyways, moving on to the next match.
Now they're Rowan's bitches. They're basically cult leaders.
So, who's next?
Jason, do you go yet?
Not me yet. So I guess I'll just go then.
Yeah,
All right. So we're talking about the Usos first. Usos defeating Damien Sandow and the Miz. I mean.
Yep.
Damien Mizdow.
Yeah.
And the Miz. Okay. It was okay. There wasn't anything too special here, but it was all right.
All right, Jaden.
During that time period, I actually liked it, that stunt double gimmick, but it was average match. It was pretty much the best tag match out of the whole card, so.
True.
So what you guys say?
So, we all went here, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I won.
Okay. Yep. All right. Next match. The Bella Twins defeated Paige and Natalia in a tag team match.
No, don't care.
No, don't care.
Fuck.
I'm gonna pass on this match.
The women's division was dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bella, they really didn't really do much with their title reign at the time. So, I mean, this was probably when I had to take a piss during this match because, what was important with it at the time.
And as what Grid would say, Divas match gotta be.
That's what he said in his vlogs during that.
Yep.
Yo, his vlogs were so funny when he went to the Rumble.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go here?
I don't about it, so you can.
I'm passing on this.
AJ, go.
Okay. This was the time that the women's division was really dry. Like, you put wrestlers on teams. You kidding me, dude? Really? You could have done even better than that. Like, you could have had Nikki as a single star, Brie as a single star, Alicia Fox as a single star, Paige, Charlotte, Naomi, Tamina, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Becky. Oh wait, this was the time that Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha were never pulled up. Oops, my bad. Anyways, Naomi, Tamina, Alicia Fox, the Bellas, Paige, AJ Lee. Like, oh god, this was the time. Like, oh, just the women's divisions didn't dry at this point, and they needed they needed a new direction. And thank God they did that at WrestleMania 32 in 2016 when they built up the women's revolution. And
It's not working.
And that Divas title is getting stale. I hated that title, dude. I hate that title with a passion.
Oh shit, a rant.
The Divas title was the worst designed title I've ever seen. It looks like a butterfly, dude. Oh, God.
Are you guys ready for the next match?
I'm done with this. Oh my god. Fuck the Divas. Fuck the Divas Championship. The women's division is better.
You're still going. Whoa.
Anyways, this match sucks. Go ahead. Next person.
All right, next match here. We're ready to have a lot to talk about. That's why.
Oh boy.
Lesnar defeated John Cena and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match to retain the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This match really kind of saved the show because this match was incredible. Like Brock Lesnar tossed J&J Security, John Cena, and Seth Rollins like their football.
Yep.
You had great spots. Like you had 4 AAs and 1 curb stomp and Brock Lesnar's tongue in there. That shows how dominant Brock Lesnar is. But you had John Cena put Brock Lesnar through the barricade. Seth Rollins curb stomp Brock Lesnar on the Money in the Bank contract. You had, John Cena do a spine busters and power bombs that were pretty sick moves. You had the best spot. You had some incredible spots. Dragging Lesnar onto the steel steps. You had Seth Rollins jump off the top rope and put Brock Lesnar through the announce table, which was historic. You had the way the match ended was great, with John Cena like double AA'd J&J Security. You had, Seth Rollins whack the briefcase at Lesnar, as I said before. Whacked the briefcase at Lesnar twice. Curb stomp. No, Lesnar caught him. F5, 1, 2, 3. Brock retains. You literally, what didn't make sense to me is you had Cena and Orton fight all back in Hell in a Cell the year before. And the winner got a shot against Brock Lesnar, which if you were doing that, you should have done that at Survivor Series. Which actually at TLC, they had Cena and Rollins fighting the tables match, and if Cena lost, he would have had that opportunity. But you would add Seth Rollins in the match anyways because you had the authority as Seth Rollins' little baby boy. So you literally had to hand him everything. But, but if you were going to put Rollins in that match, why would you have that match at TLC in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember the one segment, of course, when Cena AA Lesnar through the announce table, Rollins curb stomp Cena Lesnar at the contract signing. Bonus is they really killed it, and I think Brock was the right guy to win.
For sure.
Jason.
So since this match saved the show, as you said there, I'll do this. Standing ovation, and I have never forgotten about this match. That was a corn pun I just made.
Damn it.
So
go fucking hell.
I'm gonna praise this match. It was the best match of the card.
All right.
No question.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Lucas.
All right. So this could come to this. Lesnar was basically pissed off, ran up and suplex Rollins. I think it was suplex Rollins or something like that. And Rollins still that suplex pretty well.
at that Raw, and I'm going to the match. Rollins got a big pop. Probably
Yeah,
the
he
only
did.
time he got a big pop like that. That was crazy. I'm just surprised he got a big pop for that. And John Cena came out. He just whatever. And yeah, Brock Lesnar come out, whatever like that with Paul Heyman, I think. And yeah, pretty much this match was pretty much the best match of the night, and I think it's probably one of the better triple threat matches of the 2010s. And I stand by that. This honestly saved the show for being the worst Royal Rumble of all fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
This really saved it. And honestly, I'm gonna say it. 2015 was better than 2022 Royal Rumble. I'm saying it right now because of this match. This year didn't have any savers, but 2015 did. So yeah, I pretty much gotta say about that. Rollins with the elbow drop, one of the best spots in the match. Lesnar couldn't get out, so John Cena and Seth went at it, and their buzzer came back, and he went on a rampage. Like, this was a crazy match. With Lesnar coming back and win, that shows how much Lesnar was a beast back then. Not much now because he's basically a ponytailed, goofy ass bitch. But honestly, that's probably when Lesnar was probably pretty much in his peak. And I think that and I think he was the right winner too. I think he had the right winner, and had Rollins cash in the Money in the Bank was his brilliant storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So I really love that match, and I think they saved it for a lot of things. Which in the next match we'll get into, which I'm definitely gonna rant about.
Okay. AJ?
Oh man, this was actually a good match. Like, this match really saved the pay-per-view a bit. But until the main event, which I'm gonna get into. But anyways, this match was really good. Seth retained. Good move, WWE. Good move. Making that World Heavyweight Championship strong. And making Seth Rollins strong too. Great fucking move. Great fucking move, WWE. Thank you very much for that. Anyways, good match. Brock Cena Rollins killed it.
Josh?
Josh,
I'm here. Yeah, I agree with a lot of you guys. This match legit saved the show. This match literally kicked ass. I didn't like Brock at this time. Honestly, I felt like he was overrated at this time. That was just my opinion. But after watching it a couple years later, that made me earn a lot of respect for him. Honestly, the dude now is fucking on fire as a babyface. But the way he was dominant in this match and literally beat the shit out of J&J Security, beat the shit out of Cena, beat the shit out of Rollins, and literally was the last fucking guy standing. That shows what a dominant fucking wrestler Brock is. And the match was awesome. I loved the Seth when Seth did that spot through the table, and I just thought I was unbelievable. Like, this is when Seth was on his prime. And this was when Seth was on like his very, very first heel run. And he was on top of his game. But I hated J&J Security. I thought they were the most annoying motherfuckers of the Authority. They were the most fucking annoying ass pieces of shit. No offense to Joey Mercury or Jamie Noble. They were both great wrestlers and they're both great talent and people. But yeah, this match kicked so much ass.
Joey Mercury's a dickhead of a human being, I heard.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Jaden?
You guys pretty much summed it up for me. This match saved the whole show. Should have been the main event if you were to ask me.
True. Hell yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna get my camera on. We are gonna get ready for the main.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Get ready for boo.
Here we go.
Oh shit.
Alright.
AJ loves this man.
The 30-man Royal Rumble by last eliminating Rusev.
Here we go.
Alright. As I'm gonna go through the Rumble entrance, here we go. So that way everyone knows what they were. Number 1 was The Miz. Number 2 was R-Truth. Number 3 was Bubba Ray Dudley. Number 4 was Luke Harper. Number 5 was Bray Wyatt, who lasted the longest. Number 6 was originally Curtis Axel, but Eric Rowan, of course, attacked him from behind. Number 7 was the Boogeyman. Number 8 was Sin Cara. Number 9 was Zack Ryder. Number 10 was Daniel Bryan. Number 11 was Fandango. Number 12, Tyson Kidd. Number 13, Stardust. Number 14, Diamond Dallas Page. Number 15, Rusev. Number 16, Goldust. Number 17, Kofi Kingston. Number 18, Adam Rose. Number 19, Roman Reigns. Number 20, Big E. Number 21 was Damian Mizdow. Number 22 was Jack Swagger. Number 23, you had Ryback. Number 24, you had Kane. Number 25, you had Dean Ambrose. Number 26 was Titus O'Neil. Number 27 was Bad News Barrett. Number 28 was Cesaro. Number 29 was Big Show. And number 30 was Dolph Ziggler. So that was your Rumble order for the year. But I'm gonna tell you, that was definitely a shitty amount of people for a Royal Rumble. Like, I'm gonna tell you this, all the legends flopped that night. I'm gonna tell you that those legend appearances were a disappointment. Like, Boogeyman's was horrible. Diamond Dallas Page was okay. Bubba Ray Dudley's was kind of dumb because literally his appearance kind of flopped. But yeah, I understand Devon wasn't there, and you had him and R-Truth work together, which was actually pretty funny. Was kind of cool. But I think with Miz being number 1, I think Mizdow should have been there as well. But you had freaking Bray Wyatt as number 5, and all the people Bray Wyatt was eliminating, nobody was barely lasting in the match. You threw out Zack Ryder, you threw out Sin Cara, you threw out the Boogeyman, you were throwing out freaking everybody. You made Bray Wyatt, you had freaking you had freaking Luke Harper there only in a minute and a half. And you recently claimed the Intercontinental title. Like,
Yeah.
and freaking Eric Rowan as well. Like, they could have been in the match longer. And going forward to the Rumble, you had Daniel Bryan in it. I'm going to tell you, Daniel Bryan should have been in that Rumble even longer.
Definitely.
That was so disappointing. And you had freaking Rusev there too. And of course, when Roman came out, I think that showed that was the beginning of the hatred of Roman. Because you saw that crowd booing him that night because you knew you were having that coming. But then you had, of course, Big Show and Kane and Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett, which Bad News Barrett actually had a pretty good pop in my opinion. But I just think those 3 legend appearances, I think you should have at least had like a huge legend in that Rumble, which it was actually kind of saved the match. The only thing that saved the match was pretty much The Rock coming out and saving Roman Reigns.
No.
Yeah. But, yeah, Dolph Ziggler's number 30, which sucked. And, barely anyone was really lasting in that match, which was sad. And I'm going to tell you, Roman Reigns, I don't think, in my opinion, was ready to main event a singles match at WrestleMania.
He was not ready.
He was not ready. You never claimed the world title. You never claimed money in the contract. You never claimed anything. You just should have won that year freaking Daniel Bryan.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan should have been the winner. We could have had Bryan versus Lesnar in WrestleMania. Or you could have had Lesnar. You could have had Reigns, Bryan, and Lesnar, and then maybe have Bryan win, and Seth could have cashed in on Bryan.
That would have been great.
That would have been perfect, and you could have a great feud with them too.
Oh, they would have a great match. I'd sucks to that would like a decent match.
Why didn't you have Daniel Bryan just win the Rumble, fight Lesnar, get the title? Roman was not ready to main event. Yeah, The Rock's appearance was a little disappointing, but I don't think Roman Reigns and Rusev should not have been the last two in that Rumble match.
It should have been
Rusev
Reigns and
went
Bray.
under the rope.
It should have been Reigns and Bray.
Yeah, it should have been Reigns and Bray. Which Bray Wyatt should have won the Rumble 2017, but I discussed that last night. But I'm going to tell you, I think this began the hatred of Roman. Like, you saw people booing leaving that arena that night.
Mm-hmm.
Which, very disappointing me.
Very.
Very disappointing Rumble. The way, how long people were lasting in there disappointed me.
Reminds me a lot of this year.
All right. I already know the two people that are going last, so. Josh, you're going first.
Yeah. I remember when fucking Roman Reigns got booed to shit. Like, every Royal Rumble every year has a projected winner for the men's and women's, but this time there was no women's. It was just a men's Royal Rumble. So, yeah. The projected winner was Daniel Bryan. I honestly picked Daniel Bryan to win.
I picked Daniel Bryan.
Same, yeah. Back then, I just didn't think, Roman was ready for that, singles title run yet. But, well, after Daniel Bryan got eliminated, that whole crowd was just silent for the fucking night. That whole Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia was fucking silent until at number 19, after Roman comes out, the boos came. People were pissed. I remember just sitting there watching the show, and I'm like, holy shit. So, once Roman won, everybody was pissed, but, I thought his match at Mania, now watching it later, kind of flopped, honestly. And, I wish Daniel Bryan lasted longer. I wish he was like one of the final four. So, honestly, it was a terrible Rumble. The wrong person won, and Daniel Bryan should have won. I have nothing really else to say there.
Jason.
This is a bop. This Royal Rumble match is a bop. It sucked ass. The wrong person won, so that's all I have.
No hate on Roman now.
Well, no hatred towards Roman now. I think he's badass right now.
Mr. Addison.
The only thing good that came out of this Royal Rumble match was seeing the Boogeyman, Bubba Ray Dudley, and DDP, which is always good to see legends, though. Depending on, it's up to you how you feel about how they performed and all that. And what sucked about that match was obviously Roman winning and Rock coming out sober and winner. That didn't help at all. And Daniel Bryan being eliminated. And people still chanted his name way after he's been eliminated. So.
Yeah, I remember that.
Are you done, Jaden?
Huh?
Are you done?
Yeah.
All right, now we're off to the mega rants. One is Lucas. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
I'm just going to do my own thing from now on.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Mom. Hold up. Mama's in the room. I was about to rant. Hold up. Good.
Your son's about to rant.
Thanks, Mom. There is ranting. Anyways, okay. Let's just start with the obvious. Daniel Bryan should have won that year. Oh, Bray should have won that year. Bray should have won a Rumble. The wrong out he last in the Rumbles and everything, he should have been a winner. Honestly. But seriously? Roman Reigns? You serious? Why would you have him win? He was not ready. He just legit came out of hernia, and I get why, but seriously, why? Oh, because he's small bloodline with the Rock, the Raw Samoans, Usos, Umaga. Is that the reason why he gave it to him, Vince? Your fantasies of Samoans have gone way too fucking far. Hell, even the third brother should not have been there in NXT. Even though he's badass, he should not have been there in the first place. Fuck him. Anyways, going to this. The Legends sucked. By the way, absolute could have been better, but did not as well. The only thing good about it was just basically the Walmart 3D. That's the only thing it was. Though the Boogeyman didn't even last that long. It would have dreamed to see Bray Wyatt and the Boogeyman.
That would have been a good match.
That would have been. But, it didn't happen. This is the thing about Legends of Wrestling. They never last that long. This is how you really treat them. The same shit happened the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Reminds me of why that. And Dan Bryan come out at the beginning. When I saw that, I knew his ass was not going to win. For one reason. Because of Bray Wyatt. That night, I despised Bray Wyatt. That night, I legit was like, I'm not going to be friends with that. Not friends, but, I'm not going to follow that guy no more. And I legit was like, so now who do you think is going to win now? Legit, no way. The crowd was silent. Then the big boos happened. Roman, grease hair, basically Reigns. I'm going to call him grease hair now because basically his hair is greasy. He looks like he got out of sex with his wife, basically. That's what he looks like. I'm just being honest. And he comes up, the fans are booing him. I'm surprised no Philadelphia fans stopped him because how bad Philadelphia is. Because Philadelphia fucking sucks. Anyways.
Damn. Well, now.
Philadelphia sucks. And somebody gets stabbed a shot because of bad Philadelphia is. Comes out, and I knew he was going to win it. He wasn't even ready. He came out with a basic backstab of Shield. He did nothing for half a year because his stomach was a bit hurting from his little hernia going on. Comes back December. And how did that work for you? And you know what? Good for the fans to boo him. Because that man was over pushed in 2015, was shoved down our throats. He still is to this day. And that is coming from the Tribal Chief. You know what? Man needs a break. Vince, you have done way too much for the Samoans. Can't legit get anyone another chance. The same thing with Samoa, same thing with Umaga, same thing with The Rock, same thing with Usos. Over and over and over again. Every time. And once Roman won, even The Rock couldn't even save him from how the booze was. The Rock couldn't even save him. Hell, even Umaga couldn't even save him. Even Umaga. Even even Rocky Johnson couldn't even done that.
Not even Rikishi?
Not even Rikishi. No one in Samoa fan can even say them how much the booze were. How much that Rumble sucked. No one. Hell, you couldn't even have little New Jack couldn't even help you out there too. That's how bad it was.
Philadelphia was ECW country, so.
Yeah, but the booze are too much. So who fucking cares? Who really does fucking care? And even the last sequence was terrible with Big Show came. Why did it even exist around that time? They should have retired by 2012. Why were they still wrestling around that time? Like, seriously. No one even liked them back then. Even me. I personally thought they were getting stale. And they were getting stale. And Rusev not getting eliminated, that was not going to work. Why would you have Rusev in a Rumble? He was not ready too. Yes, he had an undefeated shape, but way losing that same year. John Cena. Well, that's that same exact year. The Rock couldn't even save them. No one could even save them. No
not even the gods above can save them from how much this Rumble is sucked. So, the only thing the blessing was from the aftermath was Seth Rollins cashing in. That was it. And if not, this Rumble sucked. I'd rather delete from my history. Hell, I'd rather watch a Broke to Del Rio win the Rumble than this. That's how bad it was.
Okay. AJ, you're going last for a reason because it's bad pay-per-views, Mom.
I know.
Rant.
I
Okay,
am leaving right now.
Before I rant, I apologize because I made a little bit of mistake. Brock actually retained the title, so good move WWE. But anyways, hold on, let me make this shit right. Hold on, give me 1 second. Fuck.
I know what you're doing.
I know what he's doing too.
Here we go. This is the second time this month. South Park is coming back.
Yeah, wear the shirt with my face on it, you dumbass
This
motherfucker. Fuck you.
Rumble fucking sucked. Are you kidding me? Roman Reigns at 2015. He wasn't ready. And he was already Vince's boy. Oh my god. I hate this Rumble. They was barely no legends, like no Sting, no Undertaker, no Triple H, no nothing. Besides DDP, Bully Ray, and also the Boogeyman.
Royal Rumble sucks now.
Those legends were the weakest legends that ever came out. Like DDP was alright. The Boogeyman did horrible because he didn't even last a minute, I think. Right?
That he said.
And then Bubba Ray, whatever you want to call him, had a little skit with Miz and R-Truth, which that was a down because you could have had Devon in that match, bro. And you could have had Team 3D reunite there. Such a waste of a Rumble, dude. And there were so many potential stars that could have won this besides Roman. Are you kidding me, dude? Fuck this Rumble. Roman wasn't ready. It should have been Daniel Bryan. The moment that Daniel Bryan got eliminated, I was pissed.
I know you were. I was too.
Pissed the fuck off. I was pissed the fuck off. Bryan got eliminated. That's what everyone wanted. This was Daniel Bryan's year. It was his year 2014. Could have been his year 2015. But WWE fucked him up.
Because he broke his neck again.
Yeah, I remember.
You could have put him in the world title picture at WrestleMania.
Yeah, totally, dude.
But instead, you have fucking Roman Reigns. Look at me, I'm Vince McMahon.
Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar, bro.
I won him in a world title match, and he fucking got it.
Yeah, he got it, bro. Yeah, what the fuck was that shit, bro?
And fans wanted Daniel Bryan as world champion again, and that
Damn
never
right,
happened.
bro.
That pisses me off.
Don't worry, I wanted
And
to
this was when and then also Rock came out to help out Roman eliminate Rusev. That was the most disappointing moment I ever seen. Fuck that.
I mean, it was still cool to see Dwayne Johnson, bro.
In the fucking match and eliminate Roman, for I care about. Anyways, fuck this match, and this match can suck my balls.
You mean suck your dick, bro? And I mean, the rack was still cool to see, though.
All right, be ready for the ratings?
Sure, why not, bro?
All right, I am going to rate this show. You know what? I'm rating it a 4. AJ.
I'm giving this show a fucking 2. Because this pay-per-view sucked. The only matches that were good was the WWE Championship match and the Usos and Damien Mizdow and The Miz tag team match. And the only thing was really entertaining during that match was Damien Mizdow. So, 2 out of 10 for me. Fuck this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view could go right to hell.
Jaden.
It's not as bad compared to this year's. This 2015 was worse.
The match card 2015 was a bit better than 2022, in my opinion.
What is your rating? A scale to 1 to 10?
A 3.
3. Josh.
Honestly, shit. Yeah, this fucking Rumble sucked so much cock. Literally, Vince McMahon was literally sucking cock the whole fucking time backstage. He's like, "Oh, there's superstar for the Kiss My Ass Club, Roman Reigns."
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
Jason.
This show sucked ass. Fuck this show. I'm giving this a 1.
Lucas.
A 0.5 out of 10.
I thought I was going lower.
I'm going there. Because only saving grace was that WWE Championship match. Wasn't for that, it wouldn't have been the worst pay-per-view of all time. Not even Mizoff can save it. Hell, he can stop his own movie and he would take and make it better than this. Hell, 2011 was better, honestly. Honestly, 2014 was a hell of a lot better than this. Hell, even 2022 was kind of a bit better than this. Honestly. And this has come from a person who hated Brock Lesnar win that Rumble that year. And honestly, the men's for 2015 and 2022 are the equal of what's going to happen because it was fucking predictable. I'm just saying that right.
Get worse.
And it just got worse from there. Honestly, it just got worse from there. And honestly, this show really did suck. And this is one of the worst pay-per-views of the 2010s. Probably the worst of all time. Pretty much on the scales. But I don't know whoever burnt this pay-per-view can go right to hell. They could. I don't even care they're even dead right now.
All right, guys, this ends off today's episode of the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Hope you all enjoyed and let us know on the comments what you all thought of the pay-per-view. Please give everyone a follow on all their social medias and support professional wrestling and independent wrestling, televised wrestling, or anything But and if it wasn't for wrestling, we wouldn't have wrestling fans. So. This will end off the podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode, which is Super Showdown 2019.
Yep.
Next Saturday will be WrestleMania 27 as bad pay-per-view month continues. We're going to have AJ here for the rants. And
Yes.
I'm going to pass it on to AJ.
All right, y'all.
I'm ready for this.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of the fastest rising podcast.
Professional wrestling.
The Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast.
I thought you were going to twirl around like an idiot.
Of me ranting about this pay-per-view, and I hope you enjoyed it.
I am scared.
Don't give this video a like, comment, and give us a subscribe. Also, check out the Moshcast and Cinematic Analysis. Don't subscribe to that as well. And don't follow everyone on their socials. Josh, Wyatt, Jaden, Lucas, Jason, and I, and also some other members that couldn't make it in this episode, including Omar, Nicholas Isitz, which he doesn't have social media, of course. And also, who's another member of the podcast? Wait.
Jacob.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah. He's on
my
Insta
dad.
Too. Go right ahead and follow him too. Anyways, don't follow the members of the podcast on Insta except for Nicholas because he doesn't have social media. But you can catch him on Discord. Anyways,
I'll check it out later, Josh.
And the last word is fucking out.
Yeah, fucking out.
It's just so weird. AJ's voice sounds very different than his 2020 voice.
Because my voice has been going down. That's why.
Yeah.
What else?
You AJ, do you still wish the Hurt Business would have took over and dominated Raw?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, you still stand by that? Okay.
Yeah, I stand by that too.
All right, I guess.
Oh, it's me. Oh, thank you for watching this shit episode of the Crash and Medicine podcast. Where we watched pretty much this, as we ran about this episode. This is pretty much a shit show of the Rumble. Hell, honestly, no one can say this Rumble. Even Undertaker can say this Rumble. No one can say this Rumble how bad it was. And we did see comparisons of this year to compare to this one. Honestly, I do fully see it now. It's crystal clear. Yeah, that's pretty much gotta say about that. This is equivalent, and yeah, but they just go to social media and all that jazz, and yeah, that's what I gotta say. So yeah, let's just say that this month I'm not gonna be too friendly. I don't give a fuck what I say no more.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Jaden.
Follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All that's in the description below.
All right, Jason.
All right. I'm also going to give a few shout outs too. But before that, thank you for watching this episode of Crash and Burn, where we reviewed the 2015 Royal Rumble, and Wyatt already announced the next episode for this podcast. I'm gonna announce the ones for the others. For cinematic analysis, next time you'll see us there is for the my Bloody Valentine movie review. In terms of the Mosh Cast, the schedule for that week is, of course, the Caskets interview. After that is Redeemer by Red-Handed Denial and The Valley by Whitechapel. And yeah, subscribe to all three podcasts. And now on to my shout-outs part. First shout-out goes to Kevin from the Core Progression Podcast. He has a bunch of band interviews there, occasional album reviews. You can, of course, check him out. And he goes live every Wednesday, which you'll see me there. Occasionally Tom, there's Julian, there's Maddie, and maybe some of us in this video, too. And the next shout-out goes to Mosh Talk. They are a group of TikTokers exposing us to rock and metal. You can shout out to members, Erica Leon, who's a friend of ours. There's Rena, Matt, Olive, Bryson, Dakota, and Hops. And yeah, coming soon is the Moshcast Mosh Talk special. And you can also give a shout out to Nicholas Isaac. He's also our newest member of Cinematic Analysis.
Yes.
Give him a free Skype call.
In the DMs and Discord.
And after that, I guess that's all the shout outs I have. It's all done.
Josh, end it off.
Thank you guys for watching the fastest rising podcast in all of pro wrestling, the Crash and Burn Wrestling podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed our review. Our review of the Royal Rumble from 2015, aka the shittiest Royal Rumble and the shittiest pay-per-view of that year. Go follow everybody on their socials. Stay tuned for our interview on the Moshcast with Caskets.
Probably one of our big episodes.
And also, guys, sorry about the cringe in the beginning of the episode. My iPad was being very difficult. It was being difficult. And if you're wondering why I was just standing there waving my hand like a fucking moron, it's because I thought my iPad was being cringe. So
I thought you were saying America.
Sorry about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that funny moment. Also, guys, stay tuned to my social medias because I have a big announcement. Hopefully, if I decide to do this career again. So stay tuned to my social medias because you don't want to miss out. And definitely keep up with us on our socials. Check the description for everything. We will see you guys in our future episodes, our next episode. And stay tuned for a lot more crazy content to come. Rock on, and then we'll see you next time.
We also want to give a shout out to our favorite McDonald's worker, Evan, Ronald Van Donald. He'll be coming back soon.
He will be back soon, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned, be subscribed.
In the meantime,
comment.
if you want some McDonald's food, ask him. he's our podcast comedian.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
All right, guys. Indeed, thank you for watching. I'm Jason. That's Wyatt. That's Josh. That's AJ. That's Jaden. That's Lucas. And keep crashing, burning, and rock on. and keep
Go
living like a
Fox.
movie star. Bye-bye, everybody.
Crash and burn!